What's the difference between modern and contemporary design? Are modern and contemporary design secretly the same thing? The words modern and contemporary both mean recent or the latest. If you search for modern design, the results will probably show you something new, but technically not modern. Modern and contemporary design are, in fact, very different things. I spent the last month figuring out the differences between modern and contemporary design. This is just my research perspective. I'm sure this analysis has some blind spots, but this is what I learned. In a nutshell, modern design refers to sleek, functional design that was most popular in the early 20th century. Modern design uses straight lines, big windows, minimalist interiors, and lots of white. Modern design branched into other design styles like mid-century modern, brutalism, and the international style. Modern design has stayed the same for almost 100 years. Contemporary design is a bit more tricky to define because the definition is constantly changing. Contemporary design means design that is happening right now. Contemporary design could really be anything, from something maximalist like cottagecore to something minimalist like Kim Kardashian's house. Contemporary design is all about nostalgia and personal style. Nostalgia is a wistful longing for an idealized past, especially one associated with happy memories. And personal style is just what you like. Let's look a little bit closer at modern design. Modern design wanted to remodel the world. It all started in the 1920s with the Bauhaus, an innovative art school in Germany. The original Bauhaus movement reacted to scarcity because after losing World War I, the Germans didn't have a ton of building materials, money, or even food. The Bauhaus taught students how to do a lot with a little and on a budget. One of the main principles of modern design was building things to last, because this meant you needed to make fewer things and use fewer materials, which led to overall less waste. The Bauhaus believed in design for all, and the legacy of the Bauhaus lives on today in mass-produced objects, rectilinear design, and the concept of minimalism. Minimalism is a style that places only a few objects or elements in a space. Designer Carrie Kelly says, "Minimalist style is all about less is more. Uncomplicated forms, clean lines, and simple finishes, inspired by Japanese design. Plenty of open space." The world population exploded in the 20th century, and modernism and minimalism provided solutions to the problems of needing lots of houses and things for lots of people. Let's take a step inside some modern homes. The Gropius house is a blueprint for modern interior design. This house was home to Bauhaus founder Walter Gropius while he taught at Harvard after the Nazis forced the Bauhaus school to close. Gropius's house is filled with pieces from the Bauhaus school. With the family's possessions still in place, the Gropius house has a sense of immediacy and intimacy. We see many things you'd see in houses today, like, for example, potted plants. We have a Marcel Breuer chaise lounge with sheepskin throws. You can buy those at IKEA. We see geometric art, like Stable Tools by Herbert Bayer. Although it was painted in 1935, the blobby shapes foreshadow mid-century modern design. White is the main color here, but concrete, not paint, creates depth. The big window looks out on the lush New England forest, integrating the space with nature and providing abundant natural light, which also saves on your energy bill. The rust-colored carpet is a bit outdated, but gives the whole room a rosy feeling. This built-in bookshelf is a staple of modern design. This house was designed and decorated in the 1930s, but it could be someone's house today. The Gropius house is both modern and contemporary. I, like so many others, was completely charmed by Dakota Johnson's house tour. Dakota is charming, but there's a reason why her space is technically so enchanting. Dakota's house is a fabulous example of modern design with a contemporary twist. This house is rectangular with big windows and low ceilings. Glass tables create space within her rather dark rooms. This built-in bookshelf could have come out of the Gropius house itself, But Dakota does not have a minimalist house. The house has dark paint and rich wood paneling on the walls. Dakota also has many pieces that showcase her personal style, like framed photographs of loved ones, or this mushroom blob, or these crafty chairs that aren't supposed to go outdoors at all.
But they look so good out here, so who cares?
Dakota Johnson's house shows how a house that is built to be modern can still feel contemporary with personalized textures, colors, and objects. I must say, Kim Kardashian's bathroom is simply a sublimation of modern design. The room is so white it practically burns your retinas. The sink is a magic trick that makes water disappear.
And it goes in.
Kim's bathroom accessories are poured concrete and also quite brutalist. Like the Gropius house, we have a big window with a view to nature. Everything in this bathroom is boxy and rectangular. The one thing that is not modern about this bathroom is how spacious it is. Traditional modernism reacted to high population density, which meant building smaller rooms with lower ceilings. This bathroom is in a 15,000 square foot mansion. The bathroom itself is roughly the size of a studio apartment, maybe larger. The use of white makes the bathroom and house seem even more massive. The whiteness is quite modern, but the curves make the design feel more contemporary. This bathroom and this mansion have both their critics and their fans. After her AD house tour came out, people complained that Kim didn't have enough nostalgia or personal style in her home, which led them to release this Objects of Affection video with Vogue. Modern design certainly influences contemporary design. People still love white walls, straight lines, and minimalist design. As it turns out, modern spaces make perfect sets for internet content because white reflects light and minimalist design keeps the focus on the subject. In a way, the internet has kept modern design very popular. But not all contemporary design is necessarily modern. Let's look at some more examples of contemporary design. Contemporary design is constantly changing. Some contemporary design trends of the last 5 years are like the cloud couch, boucle furniture, and the ubiquitous arch. Nostalgia and personal style are the keys to contemporary design around the world. The big question behind contemporary design is, do you like it? The more important question is, why do you like it? Perhaps you like a mid-century modern house because it makes you feel nostalgic for your grandma. Perhaps you like minimalism because it helps you concentrate. Contemporary designers can choose elements from any past design era that they want. Often, designers use the romantic ideal of a design trend, like, for example, tapestries, which come from medieval design. Most modern tapestries are not painstakingly woven out of thread, but screen printed for a similar effect. Some people think contemporary design is wasteful because you create a lot of waste changing your personal style every 2 to 3 years. That's super fair. But practical, well-made furniture and objects can still last a lifetime. And that's why antiques and nostalgia play such a strong role in contemporary design. To save money and reduce the urge to remodel your space every 2 years, really ask yourself, why do you like it? Do you like it because everyone else seems to like it? Or do you like it because it makes you happy and comfortable? Let's look at a few contemporary interiors with a strong sense of both nostalgia and personal style. The design team Rick Owens and Michelle Lamy imagined this fascinating interior for the Cesaplanta Museum in Switzerland. The museum showcases 18th and 19th century living spaces. Placing Owens' contemporary furniture in this old-school paneled drawing room brings out what's fabulous about both. Owens infuses his designs with pagan or goth elements like antlers, horns, and furs, which feels almost taboo in this traditional blue room. The chairs and bed are vast, dark, empty spaces. They create space within the space, just like Dakota Johnson's glass tables. Rick Owens is mainly known as a fashion designer. He describes his style as if Marlene Dietrich fell in love with Frankenstein at a leather bar. With interiors, I'm thinking of something like an Art Deco institutional prison. Wow. When Architectural Digest asked Owens, "How do you make your pieces livable?" he said, "It's not that livable. My furniture is almost anti-cozy. It's solid, heavy, and hard to move. If you like it, you have to like it forever." It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it certainly is Owens. Okay, you got me. My guilty pleasure is window shopping for home goods at Urban Outfitters, and this home furnishings trend really spoke to me. They call it Whimsigoth. This is a portmanteau of the words whimsical and goth. I know Urban Outfitters didn't invent this aesthetic, but they did bother to curate a beautiful photo shoot. Here we have dim lighting, black with purples and pinks, ruffles and lace, and lots of florals. Florals and lace and black are nostalgic for the Romantic or Gothic revival era, and for me personally because I had a roughly bedspread as a youth growing up. You might even say this current iteration of Whimsigoth is a revival itself. A revival is when a design trend takes shapes, elements, and inspiration from a past design trend and reimagines it for the current time with updated materials. The aesthetic is also a revival of the sets of witchy 90s TV shows like Charmed, which I also have happy memories of watching as an impressionable youth. The lighting concepts here are gentle and cozy, which fits my personal style because I have bad eyes. For me, this contemporary design trend hits the perfect blend of nostalgia and personal taste. Here is something we never would have seen 100 years ago: the chandelier terrace at the Cosmopolitan Hotel in Las Vegas. It's not in someone's house, but it is a real showstopper and a great example of contemporary design. Designed by the Rockwell Group, this 3-story nightclub has 2 million crystals strung from the ceiling that make up the walls. Chandeliers are nostalgic for times of opulence or elegance, like the French Regency or the Gilded Age. The draped crystals are not unlike rhinestones on a showgirl costume. I think this shows a preference for the personal style of the city of Las Vegas, which is shimmery, flashy, and often quite ridiculous. Personal style usually refers to a person, but in common spaces like hotel lobbies or living rooms, it can also be a style that belongs to a community. The Cosmopolitan Chandelier Lounge is whimsical, sparkling, and unique. Design trends come and go, but the strongest contemporary designs stay true to the people living with them. We are so lucky to have access to the whole history of art and design at our fingertips via the internet. We can exchange used furniture and find unique antiques from all over the world. As design evolves from modern to contemporary to whatever comes next, it will always say something about us, our time, and how we like to live. Thank you so much for watching. If you learned anything, please like, subscribe, share with a friend, recommend to someone else who loves looking at stuff, and leave me a comment with your favorite modern or contemporary design trend. Take care, everybody. Till next time, cheers.